Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a totally different video than any video you've ever seen on my channel. And it is regarding that I got into Naturopathic Medical School. Woohoo! So I'm going to give you the full story, why I chose Naturopathic Medical School, how I got in, and the journey when I start, all that stuff, and kind of what this has to do with moving forward with my channel. So let's get started. When I was 9 years old, I had thyroid cancer. Ooh. I had 2 surgeries within a week. I had my first surgery on my dad's birthday in 2006, and then I had my second surgery 7 days later on my first day of 4th grade. After that, I went through about a month and a half of radiation treatment, and I have been in remission for almost 17 years now. So even though the cancer has subsided and I don't have cancer anymore, woohoo, there was still a lot of issues that I faced dealing with that. My thyroid was completely gone, and that I take a synthetic form of it every single day, which is over here. I'm gonna grab it. So this stuff right here is what I take. I take 175 microgram tablet daily, and I take Synthroid because I had a reaction with the levothyroxine, which is the generic version of it, which most people are fine with, but some people, like myself, they can't handle the levothyroxine. After I had the radiation treatment, I had incredibly painful stomach aches. Like, I wouldn't go on field trips as like a 4th grader, like a 9-year-old, because I was afraid of getting a stomach ache, because when they would happen, and I still get them, you know, till this day, it was so intense, and it's right then in the moment. There's no lag time. It's not like, ooh, there's like, my stomach hurts, I got 4 hours before something happens. Like, it's immediate. And I think it's because of the radiation treatment, and that's something I'll learn in school, because before that I was completely fine. I was a 9-year-old kid running around with my friends, eating what I wanted to eat, and then after I had all of this, then I wasn't the same anymore. A long journey, and that I'm finally figuring it out 17 years later. So I've always known that I wanted to be a doctor. Since my thyroid journey, I knew that I wanted to help other people with the same conditions, because when I would explain things to my doctors, they would, 1, write me off because I was so young, or 2, they just didn't know what I was talking about, because thyroid issues and concerns in 9-year-olds just wasn't a thing back then. I remember my doctor telling me that my doctor told me that the chance of me having cancer was going to the moon and back by tomorrow, and then my lab results came back and they were positive for cancer. Not positive, but just showed cancerous. And that rocked their world as well. I used to have medical students from UCSD like feel my neck and everything. You probably can see the indentation if I move a certain way. But I was in and out of the hospital all the time, body scans. It was a puzzling case for pretty much anyone that came on my case, that was introduced into my case. I say that because the silver lining of my whole journey is that I want to be a naturopathic doctor. I always knew, since I had this experience, that I wanted to be a doctor. Now, did I know I wanted to be a naturopathic doctor? No, I just wanted to be a thyroid specialist. But as I progressed and got older, I realized that my values, especially with health, align more with a naturopathic doctor versus an allopathic doctor, which is your traditional MD. I did want to do DO for a little bit, but I just felt like the training was kind of taking me away from the path that I wanted to be on, or that I'd have to learn all this other stuff and then go into functional training, which with naturopathic, it's just straight, the whole way is functional training. So it just aligns more with who I want to be and my journey in life. So I went to college, I got my bio degree, all that stuff. Took the MCAT during COVID, and that was not very fun. And in the middle of applying to all these schools and everything, I was driving with Ricky, my husband, on the coast, because we live in Southern California. And on Instagram, I got an ad for Bastyr, which is the university that I'll be attending next week. I had never heard of it, ever. And it's just always, you know, there's no coincidences. Things are supposed to happen. That's how I think. I emailed one of the administrators there, and she emailed me right back. And I let it be on my email for like 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. Because I was like, I don't know. Like, is it what it's supposed to be? That I put all this work in to just become whatever? You know, all the negative thoughts kind of seep in your mind. And then I really sat down and thought about it. And I'm like, this is exactly what I have preached. This is exactly how I live my life. And moving forward, this is how I can help people, because naturopathic doctors see things a little bit different. And I knew I didn't want to be like a traditional doctor. I know what I want to do. And I think that's the difference for a lot of people when they go to medical school. They have like an idea of what they want to do. But I am living this every single day. This stuff still doesn't make me feel good. So I am my own guinea pig, and I feel like that just aligns more with my naturopathic path. Making this video makes me so nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm making this video because I want to look back and I want to have a video scrapbook of like 4 years from now. So when I graduate, then I can look back at this and go, thank God I didn't give up. Crazy. So I'll put a couple videos in here of like when I got my interview. And my acceptance. Don't mind the tears, but I just got into medical school. This has been the longest, hardest process. Years of studying, years of assignments. Yes! Letter. I interviewed pretty much Friday, December 3rd, and then I knew they called me on, or they emailed me on Monday. So that Friday I interviewed, and that Monday they emailed me at like 1:30 that I got into the school. And I'm so happy. Everything aligns for a reason. If you're going through a journey right now and you're like just lost, just everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. And I know that sucks sometimes to hear, but it all works out. So I'm going to Bastyr University in San Diego. I start next week as my orientation, and I think I'm taking 25 units this quarter, and it's not like college units, it's a little bit different. The best part of it is, first off, it's in San Diego, so I don't have to move. Amazing. And second off, I'm learning exactly what I want to be learning. So I start with integrated function and structure, I believe. Integrated muscular function. That's one of my class, naturopathic practice, all these things. And I think this video is all over the map. I'll have to look. Sorry, this video is going to be all over the map because I'm just so excited. I'm trying to think of exactly what I want to say. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's been a long, long journey. So the reason I'm more expanding on why I chose naturopathic, and of course there's people out there, that's not a real doctor, da-da-da. I still take a licensing program. I'm a licensed naturopathic doctor, and licensing throughout California and other states, you're considered like a primary care doctor because you have the same amount of hours in training. So that's really cool as well. And I get to do all these different like blood work. There's different like light therapies, hydrotherapy. There's just so much to learn. And I love that Bastyr's campus is super, super small. The one in San Diego. It's probably like 30 kids in like each class, which means that you really get the intimacy with the teacher, just like that one-on-one, like it is an intimate setting. Like you're gonna really know your classmates, you really get to know your professors, everyone, you know, they can know you probably by first name basis, which is great because I went to Cal State San Marcos, and that's how my college experience was too. So when it came in time for like the letter of recommendations that you need to apply to medical school, I had about 10, which is awesome because other people, you know, you didn't make a relationship with the teacher and you have a lot of like just rough spots in that path. Like that just sucks. So I didn't have that experience. I had a really good experience at Cal State. I love a smaller campus. I just love being able to email the teacher, and when they see me in person, they're like, oh, hey, Stevie. You know, that is just something that I really like, instead of going to maybe a campus that's like more well-known, but you got 400 kids in your calculus class. You know, you got 400, like how is your teacher really supposed to know what your work is? So I'm really excited that Bastyr is so small. And let's see, I will be updating you guys on my channel. I'm going to be moving my channel more towards stuff that I'm learning, my daily life as a naturopathic medical student, and all the fun stuff, because I want to be able to look back at this stuff and see all my videos and vlogs and who I meet, because I'm really, all my memories are based in like time blocks, I would say. And so I just love this stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm super, super excited. It's like a journey that I've been waiting for a really, really, really long time. So I think I've talked your head off for like 10 minutes. So I'll just end this video here. And I'll give you guys, let's see, next week, today is Wednesday, so yeah, literally next Tuesday I have my orientation, and then I'll make a video for that, and then I have my first week of classes. So I cannot wait. Can't wait to share this with everybody on here. And again, if it's naturopathic isn't your thing, that's okay. No big deal. It's just I'm sharing this for me and future Steve so we can look back at the stuff. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see ya in the next update. All right, bye guys.